What up, people? Welcome to the Joe McFo Show. My name is Jordan. We're going to be doing some drawing today, and I hope you all enjoy it. So, first off, let's get some music going. Make sure that is loud enough for you guys to hear. Make sure it's loud enough for me to hear. There we go. All right, who we got in here? Kathy is first. Hello, Kathy. Thank you for coming on the live stream. Who else is here? I see there are apparently 4 or 5 of y'all. So come in here, say what's up. Welcome to the Joe McFo Show. Today we're going to be doing more character design stuff. So we've been working on this character. His name is Zalaam. He is for my Shadowboxers project. This is Javen's older cousin who may or may not be a negative influence on him. We'll have to see. But after creating this design, we spent a couple weeks doing this. Now we are working on the turnaround, and this is where we got to last week. So we got really close to doing the side view or finishing the side view, and I mapped out the 3/4 rear view pose. But there's a couple things I wanted to fix, like his shoes. I forgot this the band on his waist, and I wanted to fix his shoulder and his arm and little bits of his hair and stuff. But those are like real minor tweaks, and if I can get that done and the 3/4 pose done, I can slap on some color and we can call the turnaround done. So it'd be pretty dope. Let's see who else is on. My man Sawyer, my coach. What a sick intro. Thank you, man. I appreciate that so much. Thank you, thank you. Manette is also here. Hello, Manette. Thank you for coming on. Now, real quick, as we're doing this thing, I do want to say that this is the 49th live stream on the Joe McFo Show. Next week, which will be October 22nd, 6 p.m., Sunday, same time we always meet, is going to be the 50th live stream for this channel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a very special live stream for you all. I'm going to give you some actual story details about Shadowboxers and a couple other little surprises. I don't know how much I should say, but you definitely don't want to miss that if you like the project that I'm building. If you've been trying to figure out what's it all about, if you're trying to figure out how to get involved in learning more about the process of it, there's going to be some really cool updates for you. And so please don't miss that. Mark down your calendars right now. Yeah, Kathy already knows about the big 5-0. Yes, the big 5-0. And then Sawyer says, oh, snap. So yes, make sure you mark your calendars. And I'll make another announcement as we get more people in here, because I know it's a slow room right now. But that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. Got to start somewhere, right? So I got to be honest. I had a pretty busy day today. I had to deal with some things that I was not anticipating, so I didn't actually get a chance to draw. So we're gonna see how this goes. Hopefully, it's not too bad. Yeah, but we're just gonna test it out. So right now, my main focus is fixing some of these things that I outlined in the red here. So some of the things like I want to change up the angle of like his hairline here. I need to make the eyebrows come at a different angle, make them a little thinner. You know, stuff like that. That will really help make this design more impactful, in my opinion. So let's do that. Let's do that. And as I'm doing this, I want to know, how was everyone's week? Did you guys do anything fun? Is everyone getting ready for the holiday that I don't ever celebrate? Is everyone, doing their pumpkin carvings or jack-o'-lanterns or whatever? I don't know. What do y'all do? Oh, snap. Bernice is on. Hello, Bernice. Thank you for coming on the live stream. Appreciate you, friend. All right, so we're just going to do a couple little things here. I think his nose is probably a little on the small side, so let's actually adjust that. So the way I did this turnaround, for those who were not here, I basically took the main 3/4 design and I extended all these lines to the right, and I created basically a grid. And I mapped out, okay, where's the top of the hair? Where's the bottom of the nose? Where's the bottom of this and that? And I tried to stick with it as best as I can so that I can get a more accurate read on this turnaround. But it's actually pretty complex. And there's a lot of challenges when it comes to designing a character, because typically speaking, we don't just see a character only in this 3/4 pose, right? You need to have a lot more to it. And the challenge is sometimes when it comes to different poses, there's a lot of things that we don't consider. There's a lot of things like, okay, well, does this design actually make sense for the outfit? Does he or she need an adjustment here or there? Can I draw this accurately multiple times? Because that's actually what turnarounds are for. They are really for the purpose of production, and it's meant to make the lives of the artists easier whenever you are creating a project like a comic, where you have multiple people, especially animation. That's really necessary because you need to be able to communicate to people very quickly how a design's supposed to look. And in some cases, they don't even speak the same language, right? Like a lot of shows in America are actually animated in South Korea or India or China or something. And when you have a language barrier, you have to be able to use the language that everyone's familiar with, and that's visuals. So it's pretty important to make sure you have this down as you're working. Um, Amanda says, "Oh, did you get a haircut?" I did get a haircut 2 days ago on Friday. My man Dallas, he hooked me up. It took 45 minutes, and I was like, "I will be gladly give you this money." I think I like this look. What do y'all think? Is it working? I think it's working. Jordan, you should do a stream where you make all your character turnarounds rotate. Oh, that would be cool, actually. That would be pretty cool. I have to check out the link that you sent me. Bernice sent me something where it was like a complete rotation of the character, and that would be really cool. I got a signature from a 4-time world champion boxer. That is really cool. Yeah, she shared that with me the other day, and that's pretty awesome. There's probably some inspiration I could take for shadow boxers with that. So fresh and so clean, looks fresh. Thank you both. I appreciate that. Especially the so fresh and so clean reference. Ain't nobody dope as me. I dress so fresh, so clean. Some of you hip hop heads know that song. I think it's from the year 2000, if I'm not mistaken. It's the anthem for whenever you dress to kill. All right, so we're thickening up the jacket a little bit here. He's kind of got a Marty McFly thing going on with the life preserver. Let's see. So this is all probably going to be just his shirt. It's all going to be purple right here. And I'm looking here. I just want to make sure that I don't run into issues with continuity in his shirt. I think it's a little thin, so I'm actually going to erase some of this. That's what these red lines are for. These are all the fixes, right? So just to double check myself. All right. Boom, boom. All right. So yeah, his arm was definitely on the thin side. I might be able to get away with actually increasing the width of this. And these changes are so quick that's why I'm figuring, like, we might as well just do this before I move on to the 3/4 rear, because this one's actually pretty important to get right, the side view, because it informs everything, all the other decisions I make. There are some things that are visible in this drawing that aren't in the next one. So yeah, gotta figure that out. Guys, 3-finger ring right here. Could clean this up. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Let me turn off that vector eraser. All right. Cool. I think that's looking good. Now I just got to get the waistband right here and then his shoes. And I think the side view will be done. So quick 10 minutes, nothing crazy. Realistically, I probably could have finished this in the last stream, but we were close enough. And people were starting to kind of get a little tired, I think. Winding down. Okay. Let's bring this back down. All right, so I gotta adjust this right here. I might need to bring some things down, actually. Matter of fact, let me restart that. Let me do this on a different layer, because if I try and fix it the way I was going to, I'd mess something up. So let's do this. Okay. Try and get nice, smooth, clean lines. I'm not even picking up the pen when I do this. It's really important to make sure that you have smooth lines whenever you're drawing something like this, something that's complex. Plus, it just looks prettier ultimately. Oops. All right, and then let's get rid of these. All right, I think you're good. Let's merge that. Yeah, my boy's looking pretty good. All right, now just for the shoes, let's start back here. I might be able to get away with actually just warping this. I might not even have to redraw. Let's see. Okay. Boom. Okay. Yeah, there we go. Might redo a little bit of this top shoe, actually. Let's warp that a little bit more. Close enough. Let's just do a final touch up right here. Still doesn't feel quite right. Let me look at my reference here. Javen's foot. Let's see how that looked. Might be because it's too flat. I think I need to curve it. Get a wrap around. And then let's do that here. One thing you guys may or may not know, I can't remember if I mentioned it last time, but shoes tend to kind of lift up a little bit as it gets to the tip or the toe of the foot. So you always want to make sure you kind of make a adjustment for that. Okay, and then I could probably add this little bit of the shoe right here. Okay, and then let's actually curve this just a touch. All right. There we go. That feels a little bit better. That feels better. Come in, thicken this up a bit. Bam, bam, bam. Oh, maybe not. Maybe we'll just we'll use the right way. Redraw a vector line. No, let's do adjust line width and then just up the thickness. There we go. That feels better. I love this little tool right here. It makes things so much faster. The belt loopy thing, you can see where it connects to the belt in front of the front profile, but in the side profile, the loopy moves to the back. I don't know if that's important. Oh, shoot. Did I make a mistake? Hold up. That might have been a mistake. No. This is pretty much the same. It's pretty much the same because if you look here, this is a great question. So basically what Amanda was pointing out was whether or not this belt loop was consistent with the 3/4 view as in the side view. And if you look closely, it pretty much is. It's pull out green right here. This one is coming in front of the seam in the side of the pants right here. It's coming up to about this section, which is about there. You know, it could be here, but that's a pretty negligible difference. I mean, I could do that, but it's kind of like, why bother? And this one's clearly coming from the rear side like that, but could do something like this. I guess it depends how I want to have it. I'll probably have to draw a version with where you can see through it. That actually might be a good idea for right now. Let me see. I think the glow makes the loop feel like it's closer than it actually is. Closer to what exactly? Help me out. Okay. Here, while we're all debating that, I'm gonna fix his shoe. Thankfully, vector lines are real good at resizing. That's actually the benefit of these. Unlike raster layers that kind of just get real pixelated as you as you scale things up and down, these just stay nice and sharp the entire time. So it makes my life a lot easier in moments like this. All right, and let's do this. Let's thicken that up a bit more. Okay. Closer. Wait, let me just read this in context. I think the glow makes the loop feel like it's closer than it actually is, closer to his jacket's front plane. It's being lit the same as the front loop, so it feels like it's in the same zone. Oh, I see what you're saying. There's not enough shadow on here. Is that what you mean? In the 3/4 view? I think that's what you're saying. All right. I think, though, other than that, I think we're just about good to go here. With the exception of the designs on his jacket. So let's actually draw that in real quick. What the? There we go. I never did figure out what the back of this design is going to look like. I'll have to do that today at some point. Actually, might even have an idea. Let me pull up a reference on my phone real quick. Let's just see what happens. I'm purposely not showing you the reference because I think it could be spoilery. Just give me a second. Do I have it on here? I'm certain I do. Here we go. Cool. All right, so we're good to go. All right, so we got this strap. I might move this up a little bit. Just a little bit. Makes sense. I think the similar values pushed it forward in the finished piece. Yeah, that might be it because it's What the heck was that? I don't know if y'all heard that. I think someone dropped something upstairs. I live on the first floor. Yeah, sometimes when you're doing cell shading stuff, things like that kind of slip by. But it is good to know. I'll have to keep an eye on that. It might even involve me changing up the design slightly. And sometimes that happens. Sometimes I get to a stage where I'm working on the turnaround and what layer am I working on? Wrong layer. Okay. Yeah, so I forgot what I was trying to say. Lost my train of thought. Oh well. It's fine. I was saying something though. All right. Then the shoe down here. Let's give this a little bit of a softer touch right there. Okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. Maybe I should raise it. I'm so neurotic when it comes to this sort of thing. I check every little thing as much as possible. I've sometimes changed designs long after I've gotten used to them because of little stuff like this. Yeah, I think that's close enough. I can always go back in. I might say his feet are a little large. Actually, they probably are now I think about it. Scale this back just a smidge. There's a phrase that's very popular, and it's for writers, and they say writing is rewriting. I almost could say the same thing for drawing. Drawing is redrawing in a lot of ways. So, got to constantly be adjusting and updating. But I think once we do this line, we should be good to go. Okay. All right. Once I get the color in, that'll make a lot more sense. Okay. How's he feeling? Not bad, not bad. I'm kind of digging him. And I can go back in little areas like this and just thicken up a couple of lines for the sake of clarity. Another reason why I really like vector layers. LMAO, Jordan, you see my character design progress. You're not alone changing designs after a while. Yeah, it's just how it is. I think it's the nature of how we are. You were talking about that you might change the design as you move along in the turnaround process. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you for that. Yeah, that happens sometimes where I'll have to make these adjustments. And it's pretty normal. I mean, that's what the whole part of design is. And a lot of these characters that we watch, like on movies and shows and stuff like that, they take months or even years to fully develop sometimes. So I guess it's just kind of par for the course when you're working in this field. There's so much that goes into a design that you have to consider. Even something as simple as a story change or a location change. Like, what if your character's initially from the Bronx and suddenly decide to make them from Nebraska? Like, would that change things? You know, like how would that person dress? How would that person act? What are the hairstyles that they would use? Things like ethnicity obviously play a really big role in a character design, right? So it's something that's super super specific, and that's why some people say, what's the best character design you've ever seen? I don't know if that's a possible question to answer, because in my opinion it sort of just depends on the story. Like, does it work for the story you're trying to tell? And I think it's kind of pointless to have try and say I'm going to be the best character designer ever. It's like, no, I don't think you're looking at it the right way. In my opinion, I think you should just look to create something that fits the story as well as possible. Once you can get away with that, then you're probably good to go. Okay, do one thing. I'm gonna fix this area right here. His pants were looking a little too tight, so had to give my boy some help. All right. And this knee is also looking a little off. It's looking like it's too far off to the side. So we're going to try and do this. Yeah. Think it's working. What y'all think? Who is your choice of voice actor for this character? Ooh, I've never thought about that. That's a good question. I don't know. That's a really good question. I'll tell you what, the person that inspired a lot of this character is a character named Bishop in the movie Juice, played by Tupac. A lot of inspiration from that character. Obviously, Tupac has been dead for almost 30 years. But so yeah, he can't voice him, unfortunately. But I would need someone with his energy. I don't know. I have to think about that one. I'm sorry, I can't answer that more clearly. Okay. Let's do this. Now we're going to start on the 3/4 rear view as we did last week. This is mostly done. We're pretty close. I just have to basically outline it and clean it up. But the pose, the height of everything is all looking pretty solid. I don't think I see any serious flaws here in terms of the proportion or the placement of the features or anything like that. So I think we good. Brittany says, "Be gone, skinny jeans." That's right, be gone. Well, we can all agree the better design in the bald kid category is Aang and not Caillou. Was that even a competition? I don't even know. Regina King could voice him. She probably could. I think his voice is probably going to be a little deeper than Regina King is capable of, but I do love and respect Regina King. Her work on the Boondocks is freaking phenomenal. It's legendary. I've always been a fan of hers, so... And I would honestly be honored to have her voice a character in the Shadowboxers world. I think she would crush it. I just don't know who that character is right now. Okay, so let's get the chin, neck. I'm pretty sure we'll be able to finish this today based on the speed I worked at last week, because all I'm doing here is just outlining, or not outlining, but just cleaning up stuff. And usually a full body, it might take me about an hour to do, but considering everything's already been drawn out for me, it might be a bit different. I might not need as much time. I might need to lower the opacity of this, though. Yeah. Who do you guys see voicing this character? Who do you guys see? I feel like someone a little bit more serious should voice him. Okay, so let's see. The puffy jacket, it's got some height on it compared to the shoulder. All right, so now I'm going to connect this part of the shoulder. All right, we're going to move this down here. Okay. All right, not bad. I don't think this line is even going to exist, really. This vertical line, that's the center line of the body. Don't think I even really need that. Probably put this one here, though. Yeah, that looks good. All right, let's get back to his jeans, his skinnies. It's always easier to draw through the line, too. That might be a little low. The reason I changed that was because I felt like the calf muscle was a little low on this side, and needs to be a little bit higher for it to really work, I think. OMG, Corbin Bleu, give that man a job. Oh man, Corbin Bleu, dude was the bomb. He was really cool. I liked him in that movie with Keke Palmer. Was it Jump In? I thought that was a cool movie. And I like some of his songs from it too. Yeah, has he played anything lately? Like, I have no idea. I just think about what it would be like to be a child star. It's gotta be such a strange life, especially if you kind of quit while you're ahead, I guess, and you just stop doing acting altogether or show business. Like how strange that's got to be. Like even Tom Holland has talked about that. Have you guys heard about that? Where he'll basically say that he kind of just wants to do carpentry stuff, and he's kind of over Hollywood right now, which makes sense because he's been in so many movies. And I love Tom Holland, but he's definitely had his success for sure. Like he's played Spider-Man. Oh wait, shoot, that's hydration check. So he's played that role. He's done the Nathan Drake stuff. I know he was in a couple of Disney movies, or was it a Pixar movie? I think it was Onward or something. Then he was in that Spies in Disguise or whatever. It's a busy man. That's a busy lad. Okay, is that working? Might need to redraw that sleeve a bit, but for now, I'll keep it. I try not to make too many corrections immediately because it might end up looking okay later on. Kiki Palmer did this amazing cosplay of Rogue from X-Men a few years ago, and I would love to see her play Rogue in the MCU. Oh man, let's check it out. Let's see. Is it one of these? Is this it? This looks fake. That looks fake. Is this it? This is a fan casting. It does look cool, but it doesn't look like. Are you sure it was her that did that, or was it? It was a video. Oh, okay. We don't have time to watch a video. I'll check it out later. I used to have the biggest crush on Kiki Palmer though when I was a kid. When she did Aquila and the Bee, it's like, who is this? And then she was on a Nickelodeon show for a while. It was called like True Jackson VP, I think. She was like a fashion designer. Anyone remember that show? Okay. So the hands. Can't avoid hands forever. Got to get him over with. Plus, it's not like his fingers aren't like almost completely hidden. Okay. And then I'm literally just looking at what I did at Javen's hand and just copying that practically. It's what you call kit bashing. For those who do not know, kit bashing is basically when you take something you already did and reuse it in some sense. Very similar to the process of photo bashing, except I'm not using photos. I'm using stuff I did. Okay, that hand looks terrible. That does not look right. So I might need to actually go back and redraw this hand. Hands are difficult. If you guys were not aware, hands are rather challenging to draw. Shia LaBeouf do it. Gift for the hand. Oh man, Shia LaBeouf, my guy. Who's not really my guy, but you know, I still love that video all these years later. You guys know what I'm talking about? Do it, just do it. It's great. It's great. It's really motivational. I recommend it, especially if you're feeling down about yourself. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the hands. It's probably doing a little much right here. Okay. Okay, then let's do this. Let's make this a little larger. Actually, let's make that darker. Okay, that ring might be a little large. And actually, I'm looking at this. I realized I got the hands off. I'm looking at the knuckles right here versus here. That's slightly off. So let me actually go and fix this real quick. This is what I'm talking about, guys. These are like the little things. These are the little things that you got to consider and fix. So I think this one's actually be pretty easy. I can just lasso this up, I think, maybe. Can I? Would that be the easiest trick? Or maybe I just need to move the knuckles higher. I think that's actually the fastest. Yeah, something like that. This is also why I like to do all the line work before I start coloring. I'm going to do the line work on all 3 of these before I even touch color. Because of stuff like this. Little silly stuff that I just might forget or not recognize right away. Did you watch the eclipse yesterday? I did not know there was an eclipse. Chances are it wasn't in my area. Did it pass by LA? I don't know. I think it was a TikTok my friend sent it to me. We were so impressed, so much better than the Anna Paquin's horrible Southern accent. She gives us Southerners a bad reputation. Wait, who? Who are we talking about? Who's the TikTok? You're talking about Keke Palmer. Yeah, I totally missed it. The eclipse partial for me too. Yeah, I think y'all probably saw it. I didn't see anything. I would like to see an eclipse. Okay. So looking at this hand again. Okay, let's give these knuckles a little bit more presence. It's not doing it right for me. That's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. It's passable. But these hands, though, I still got to fix this. Okay, I'm going to switch up the music right quick. Got to see Cool Crescent Shadows. Oh, that's pretty cool. Being in a whole eclipse is so strange. Like suddenly it's nighttime and then daytime again. The last eclipse I saw might have been like 2015, 2016. I was in Maryland at the time. And I think we saw it. It was a little unimpressive, but I think we weren't in the right line of sight for it to like really impact us. It just looked like a slightly less bright day. That's basically what it looked like to us. Like we couldn't tell when it started, when it ended, all that stuff. That was a mystery. Okay, let's bring this out a bit more. Let's erase this and make that a little bit thicker. Okay. And then I might need to bring this knuckle back a little bit more. Got a pretty small group today. By the way, guys, if you haven't already, please like the video. Please like the video. Help a brother out. We got a lot of subscribers in the last week, I think, or the last month, really. I think I gained like over 20 subs. And now I'm at like 891 subscribers or something like that. Still small, but it's grown like 25 or 26 people since like a week or two ago. So that's pretty awesome. So I don't think anyone who's on the stream currently is one of those new subscribers. But if you are watching this later on, thank you. I appreciate you. That also applies for any of you current watchers who have inspired others to watch it. I appreciate you. Okay, let's get elbow. All right, not bad, not bad. A couple areas I want to fix, like here and stuff, but not a big issue. Let me check out how his pants and his shoes connect. So his pants are tucked in, so that means we're gonna do this. Kind of go out like this. Actually, do a little bit like that. There we go. Okay. Get our heels. And then that feels pretty good actually as a basic setup. And then let me check the shoes again. I guess they have something higher right here. Constantly checking, going back and forth and seeing if something doesn't look right. Actually, that might not even be right. No, it's not. That's supposed to go across the whole thing. It's supposed to be like this. Because then it curves later on midway down the shoe. That's right. And then I could probably get away with one of these. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. They got the tongue. And then get this foot wrapped around. Bring it around town. Okay. All right. And then, okay, that's going to glow right here. So actually, I think I need to make this a pretty clear line. It was the day of Black Sun. I was wondering when someone would bring up Avatar. I was wondering. And I had a feeling it was going to have to do with the eclipse. I was actually waiting for Mark to show up, but he must still be asleep. All right. So that shoe does not look quite right to me. Let me fix a couple of things here too. This is bothering me. Little overlaps like that bother me for some reason. Like I said, I'm a little neurotic when it comes to this sort of thing. But this one here, okay, this one I think should come out a bit. Okay, and now I think this should have more of a sharper look to it. Feels kind of flat-footed almost, you know? So I don't want it to come across like that. So I might need to bring up the heel a bit more. Not the heel, the this plane. Yeah, something like that. Okay, let's get that vector eraser out. Get this shoe nice and clean. Oops. Let's connect that. There we go. So close to 1,000. You know what that means. Where's Megan at? Megan needs to tell us what that means. For y'all, apparently. So I never agreed to that. I didn't agree to Jack. Okay, let's. Don't like the look of that shoe. That's okay. Let's go up and work on his hair a little bit. Let's thicken up some of these lines. Okay. Pick up a couple of these lines. Bam, bam, bam. I had to create a shortcut for this tool where I can thicken lines and stuff. Makes life real easy. Okay. All right, so let's start off with the basic silhouette or outline of the locks here. All right, then we'll do this section. All right, then he's got 6 strands on the top of his head. Let's see. I'm gonna make my life a little bit easier. And I'm gonna kit bash again. I'm just gonna copy this, move that over here, and I'll make some adjustments. Because why not? Okay. It's actually not too bad. I'm not really super concerned about like how his hair looks exactly, as long as they're kind of 6 strands that kind of feel like this. That's more of my concern. And I gotta make sure the height is the same for these. Oops. Okay. All right, we're not looking too bad. We're actually moving really fast, considering it's only been an hour. I'm basically close to done. Everything else is just gonna be little fixes and then some color. I gotta add like things like his tattoos and designs and stuff like that. But I think we're close. Let me double check this. So we got the lock coming out of his hairline right here. I might have made these a little on the large side. So let's do this. Divide them up again. There we go. Okay, why is that not doing what it should? Oh, it's on a different layer. Okay. Let's merge that. Clean that up and that. You get cleaned up. You get cleaned up. And you. And I almost forgot, this has to kind of come out like this. All right, so now let's go back in, reattach this rubber band. You totally agreed. I got timestamps. Oh, did I? It's pretty obsessive. It's pretty obsessive. I got timestamps of when you promised to do something. That's kind of creepy. All right, let's make this a little bit more curved. Okay, so that's looking all right. Let's see, is he looking okay here? I think the side of his face is a little too on the wide side, so I might come back in here and let's just kind of push him somewhere else. Those of you Nickelodeon kids understood that. Okay. This is kind of checking out. Yeah, thankfully the rear view doesn't have a ton of detail on it. Okay, so what I'm gonna do real quick, I'm gonna come back in, I'm gonna make my little marks over everything. The purpose of this is to, again, just double check my mistakes and flaws and stuff. So for example, I might want to have this come out a little bit more. I could have just done it on a black layer, but it's fine. Now I'm looking at the reference that I spotted earlier for myself that I will not be revealing. Sorry, I don't know how I just got sleepy all of a sudden. Probably because I got up at like 5 a.m. by accident. I don't know what's up with my life, guys. I've been getting up at like 5 a.m. every day for like a week. No alarm clock. No alarm clock. That's never happened to me on such a consistent basis. I think I'm secretly 78. Because that's some old people stuff right there. All right, let's morph this a little bit. Make sure I get that right center line. Old man Jordan, but also same here. Yeah, we the same age. So yeah, that's just kind of how it be. That's kind of how it be. I've accepted my fate. All right, so that's going here. This will be like that. And this will be here. Let's punch out those features a little bit. Make sure that that's closed in. Make some of these things a little bit sharper. And then this here goes a little long. Okay, add that other arm. This could definitely be more straight like that. And then here, suddenly got real tired, y'all. Achy Joint Jordan. I kind of like that. Achy Joint Jordan. That sounds like an old country song. You hear it with the banjo. And lots of other stringed instruments. All right, so let's do this. I almost forgot again that I need the strap right here. Okay, and then the side here. Actually, I might do this. Let's push that a little bit further. Okay. So I'm looking at the pants on this one. It's definitely some taper joints. So we'll come out and then back in. Kathy says, I suddenly feel too old or feel old too. I don't have a life, Jordan. All I have are timestamps. Oh, that's not my fault though. That's not my fault. But I apologize for you only having timestamps to keep you company. Oh man. Yeah, we're all old right now. We all just we're relying on timestamps for social life. We all yawning over here, feeling old and achy breakies. It's just what a day. What a day. Okay, so I'm thinking for the head, might be easier to kind of mimic this type of shape. Let me see what I did for Jaden. Okay, I had it kind of dip down like this, so maybe. You guys ever have a moment where you're about to say something because you're tired, but because you're tired, you realize that what you're gonna say was completely nonsensical? That just happened to me right now. I literally was about to explain to you something that happened with my cousin that has nothing to do with anything at all. And then I suddenly forgot what I was going to tell you about my cousin. And so now I'm just like, maybe I need a nap. Today's been a pretty exhilarating day. Lots of running around and stuff. Does Clara know that Hugh Jackman is getting a divorce? I don't think so. But it's probably better you asked on this stream than on hers, because who knows? You might have might caused some issues. It might cause some problems. All right, so let me come back here, do this for the hair. Okay. And then eyebrow, get a little bit of brow, a little bit of eyelash, or maybe I'll just make this less extreme. That'll help. Yeah, I think it's looking pretty all right. How can I fix this? I think what's the best way to do this? Maybe Maybe I have it going up too much. Maybe it needs to be like this. Okay, one thing about those shoes that I forgot about is that these actually come out just a bit. Okay. Bro, one time I was so tired in physics class, I wrote a whole bullet point note backwards, like letter for letter backwards. No way. That's pretty awesome, actually. I thought we were going with the Scorpions logo on his back. Oh, that was a suggestion I forgot about, actually. That's right. Do I feel like drawing a scorpion right now? Huh. I don't know if I feel like drawing a scorpion. I do not know. Did I draw? Oh, yeah, I did. I have a layer here. Well, what y'all think? Should I add a scorpion-esque shape like this? I'd have to find a slightly different design. One, because this is not my image. It's something I got off the internet. And two, I got to think about the simplicity of it. If I'd be able to replicate the drawing over and over again. So what do y'all think? Should I stick with a pattern like what I have in a similar realm, or should I do scorpion? Because if that's the case, then if that's the case, you guys do choose a scorpion, then I might have to take some time in this stream and just figure out what the look is going to be. Like I said, I don't want to hide the design process from you guys on this one. Everything you guys are seeing is live in real time. Me trying to figure this thing out so you can see how it's done in character design for animation or comics or whatever. Dang, Bernice, that's tired. So sleepy. I don't know if this is referring to me or Bernice's comment, but I definitely feel sleepy. Do I feel like drawing a scorpion? Nah. I wouldn't want to draw a scorpion all the time. Me neither. See what I'm saying? Like, that's the challenge of it all. Now, granted, I could always like make a shape out of it and just paste it on the back of him. But then I'd have to come up with a cool design. So yeah, again, I might decide to change my mind later on. We will see. I never say never on anything, except for me liking pickles. That's one thing I will never like, ever, ever, ever. If they are on my plate, I offer them up. And I'm like, get that away from me. Never been an enjoyer. Never thought they would taste good. Yeah, I might need to let's erase this line. Let's get that to be a little sharper. Hmm. It's starting to feel better. Let's get rid of this. Scorpion Power Time, says Bernice. You don't like pickles? Never once enjoyed them. Ever since I was a little tiny kid, I had a Happy Meal and I found a pickle in there, and I wasn't so happy no more. So I do not eat pickles. They're just gross. And for those who are going to ask if I like cucumber, sometimes. Sometimes I'm okay with eating cucumber, sometimes I don't. But they don't even taste the same to me. I almost forget that they're the same thing. Bernice said, okay, well, I'll take the pickles you don't want. I love them. Yes, take them all. Take them all. I don't ever want to see one on my plate, ever. Honestly, sometimes I'm at a restaurant with some friends, and I'll order a burger or something, and it'll have a pickle on it on the side. I'm like, you want this? You want this? You want this? You want this? Please get it out of here. Okay, now let's get the seam right here. Okay, and then I actually redrew pretty much this whole leg, so let's just clear that up. Drawing through the shapes. Bam, and bam. Perfect. Let's get that seam. Then we can do this. Okay. Debating if these are a little too much down here, but we'll find out sooner or later. Well, Corey Toriyama wrote a story to specifically get rid of Goku's tail in Dragon Ball because he didn't want to bother drawing it anymore. So I think you're good either way. That's actually hilarious. You could always just write a story where he gets slashed in the back and destroys the Scorpion logo if you choose to draw it. Yeah, but then I have to draw the slash marks over and over again. And then I have to explain, why is this dude wearing a shirt with a slash mark, and why doesn't he just buy a new jacket? That actually creates more problems for me. I like the thinking, though. I like the thinking. But it would create more problems. Okay, that was an awkward shape that I just made. Let's try this. Okay, that's better, actually. Then come in, bam, 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 bam. I think I might need to be a little bit softer here. Okay. Ugh. Why is this vector eraser not obeying? Well, you could get him a new jacket. You wouldn't have to keep the old nappy one. I mean, I could just draw a jacket that doesn't have a complicated design on it too. I could just wouldn't that be the easiest solution out of like all these things? Okay, so let me save this before I forget. Saving. I think I need to redo the ankles on the closest pant leg right here. It should be kind of fitting inside. And it's not really doing that. So no, you gotta suffer for your art first. Haven't I done that enough, Bernice? You remember how C3 was. I suffered. C3 was a class I took in grad school. I kid you not, that class on a Friday morning. I never slept on any of those days except for, I think, week 13. I slept for about 45 minutes doing the homework for that. And then the next day, thankfully, was the weekend. I would literally fall asleep at 6 or 7 p.m. and stay knocked out until about 8 or 9 a.m. the next morning. It was crazy. Like, I couldn't even have conversations with people. I could not have a full conversation. Nope, more suffering. Dang, Bernice, I thought we was cool. I thought we was homies. Amanda says, have you gotten any further in the story? Yes, I have. I actually will be talking about a little bit of that next week. So here, since some people are on the stream who weren't on before, as I mentioned, this is the 49th live stream today. Next week, October 22nd, Sunday, 6 p.m., same normal time as next week. That I usually do my stream. I will be doing a very special 50th live stream where I'm going to give Shadowboxers details on the story. I'm going to talk about some potential merch that might be coming out. I'm going to be talking about some other cool little features to help build the community. And yeah, you definitely don't want to miss that. I'm still planning on some stuff, but it's going to happen next week. And yeah, so you'll hear some story details then. But to answer your question specifically, how far I am with the story, I have outlined every episode for season 1. Everything is completely outlined, and I know the direction I want to take it. And now it's just coming down to writing scripts and really fleshing out different things like that. I do not know how long it's going to take me, but that's basically where I'm at right now. So yes, progress is being made. And unfortunately, the progress is not as fast as I would like it to go. Admittedly, a lot of that is because I have so many other competing priorities in my life. You guys know I have at least 3 or 4 jobs at any given point. I have my main job working in the studio. I also teach at a college. I have art prof. I do occasional freelance on the side. And then on top of that is Shadowboxers in my YouTube channel. So, and then not to mention other lifestyle, personal, family relationships, things like that, and just taking time to rest, being active with my church, all that takes a lot of my time, unfortunately. And sometimes I'm tired. Like there have been many times I'll sit and either at this desk or I'll be in a cafe or might be on the couch and I will fall asleep while writing stuff. And that takes out a lot of my energy, unfortunately. So if there was a way where I did not have to worry quite the same, then Shadowboxers would get done way faster. But for right now, this is my lot in life, and that's just how it's going to be. I'm not complaining. I'm just letting you guys know that's kind of the situation as to why I may not be the fastest comic book artist in the world. But you know what? I still love the story. I still plan to work on it as much as humanly possible, and I plan to get it to you guys. I'm not doing this for naught. I'm not just trying to build a fake following where there's no product that's going to come out. But y'all just hopefully will stick in it and hang in there with me. Amanda says, "Wow, can't believe it's already 50." I know, it's absolutely insane. I remember being so nervous to live stream on my own channel, and now we're 50 in, and I feel like I know you guys. I feel like you guys are my art family. Technically, you are. You're the Joe McFo fam, right? So, so yeah, I really appreciate you guys coming on so much and being consistent, just supporting me. It really means a ton, and I don't think I say it enough, but I do really appreciate every single one of you guys for taking your time out of your day, your Sundays. You could be spending time with the family, you could be reading or doing your own art or whatever it is. But you guys chose to stay here on a live stream with very few people, with a project that you don't know much about. So really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, my little heart. Okay, this I gotta move over because that is not on the center line exactly. Okay, let's get rid of this line. Then there's a couple details in the hair that I wanted to capture. We all believe in you. Yee, Jordan. Thank you both so much. I appreciate y'all. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I don't know how or when. I've been working too hard on the project. I kid you not. That document I keep talking about, it's long. It's 170 something pages. It's to the point. I've actually met with some like executives, and they asked me about like my personal stuff, and I've written so much that they're literally like, "You need to cut this down." Like that's how much information I have on it, and I explained to them why, of course, why I have so much for shout boxes. Then they get it, but yeah. It's just one of those things. It's one of those things. Okay. Okay. And then just realized I forgot about these little loops right here on the hair, so it makes it feel a lot more lively. So let's just mimic that here. Just go up and down. Actually, make it feel like there's some actual like weight to these locks and everything. I think we'll be able to finish these today. That's actually pretty exciting. I didn't think it was only going to take like 4 hours to do a whole turnaround. I think this might be a record. And I'm talking on top of that. About to activate my beast mode. Because usually when I'm working, I don't talk to people. I don't say a whole lot. Okay, something about this still feels weird. I wonder if I just did this. If I angle this a different way, it'll help. How can I make that look better? Maybe if I angled this back a little bit more. Get my mesh. Let's pull that back. Yeah, there we go. That actually feels a lot better. I think it was just too wide looking. Okay. I think we just about did it, guys. Double check, but I am pretty confident with whoops, come on, come back. How do I hide the guidelines? How do I do that? Is it the ruler bar? Nope. How do I hide? You don't know how do I hide my guides? No. But when y'all figures it out, please let me know. Internal artist dialogue, I know it well. Yeah, it happens. It happens. Okay, so I think, you know what? I'm just going to Google this right now. Well, that's nice. All the stars are closest. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All right, hide guides on Clip Studio. Let's see. Operation tool. Is that it? Layer, ruler frame, delete. Okay. Okay, that's not it. Okay, what about the object? Huh. Okay, what if I just cleared the guy? Can I do that? Apparently not. I don't even know. I don't know how to do this. Well, awkward. That's awkward. All right, let me double check everything. Sometimes it takes a minute. Okay, the head's looking okay, except for right here. I think it's probably too thin in the back. So let me come in. That's pretty straight up and down, so I want to make this a little bit more extreme. Do something like that. Yeah, that already feels better. Get some good contrast in there. I know the heights are accurate because I've measured that many times. Where's tech support Megan? I don't know. I don't know where Megan's at. Exactly, Kathy. Are your guides a ruler thing, or because when I was doing mine, I tried CSP's guide thing, but then I kept snapping my drawing to the guide, so I didn't do that. That I think that's like a special ruler of some sort. All I did was use these like these lines, whatever is here. Oh wait, is this it? Wait. Oh shoot, it was a layer. Okay, well that makes my life easier. Of course, it doesn't really work when it's you can't lower the opacity on this, but all right, well, crisis averted. We are safe. We are safe. Oh snap. Joe Rockhead, aka MB, is in the house. What is up, man? Thanks for coming on for a second. Subtool and set the process to delete guide in the tool property. Does that help? I'm backup tech support. Yeah, Bernice is backup. Bernice is backup for sure. I think she's the one who got us in the Clip Studio. But yeah, I didn't want to necessarily delete the guide. I just didn't know of another option. So yeah, right now we're just doing some final checks just to see. I still don't like these hands, but let's see. Let's double check this. Can I? Where my guides at? Maybe I went. Whoa. Hold up. Maybe something like this. Yeah, there we go. That definitely helps. Having a different angle. And also, these are two parallel. So let's come in. Let's get a slightly different. Let me change that brush. Have it taper a little bit more. I think that'll help. Yeah, that's much better. That's better. I think the eyes could also be a little bit smaller. These are such nitpicky things right here that I'm doing, honestly. But like I said, I'm kind of neurotic when it comes to this sort of thing. Let's do that instead. Feet here. Feet still don't feel right. I don't like this either. I don't like that shape. But it's pretty accurate to what it's supposed to be. Let's see. I need Clip Studio Paint lessons. Yeah, we all do. We all do. There's a lot of neat things in it, but there's also so many tools. It's kind of frustrating when you're just trying to get used to it. But there's so many great things it does. So many good stuff. Let's see. Let's bring this out a little bit more. And yeah, that doesn't look right. That should be more like this. Yeah, there we go. That feels better. Cool. And then I could have a little wrinkle there. Maybe this will kind of come out. And I think it's starting to flow a little bit more. Maybe get a little bit more curve right there. And this foot should definitely be longer than this one. So this one needs to be a little smaller here. Okay. Those are the only thing. Those are so minimal. Those things are so minimal. Oh man. Sometimes I feel like I spend more time doing these little things than most of the work that it takes to get here. Oh, sweet. That's on a different layer. Excellent. So I can fix this up real quick. Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's get rid of these. Do I actually like what I did there? Bernice, I heard you want to do the 2500 again. Yes, the 2500. It's probably too much for him to type, but for those who do not know, I think most of you know what the 2500 is, but in case you don't, 2,500 is a challenge that Joe Rockhead created to help us all become master artists. And that includes drawing 1,000 heads, 500 arms, 500 legs, 250 hands, 250 feet in the course of 1 year. And he is currently doing it. And what day are you at, Joe? I keep wanting to call you by your real name, but I don't know if you want me to do that. I don't know. I think he did in like 30 something days, the 1,000 heads, which is insane. Super insane. Okay. Let me actually put this on multiply layer. That'll make my life easier. And then here, let's get rid of you. Here we can actually do this. Bernice, I just saw your message. Yes, you have identified Joe Rockhead's real identity. Let's see. Bernice said, I finally found my clipboard again and my paper. It'd be a nice refresher. Joe Rockhead says, do it with me. I'm 1,160 drawings in. When did you start the challenge again? This time around? What was the date? By the way, man, you should throw in your Instagram account so that people can follow you. I think some of you already do, but please give my man Joe Rockhead a follow. He's been training me since I was a young lad, since before I had peach fuzz on my face. And he's still super dope artist. So with this hand, let's actually just break that tangent right there. That's a little much, actually. Might just have to border like that. I try to break tangents when I can, but this might be one of those situations where it's hard to do. And then this hand over here. All right, then let's do this right here. And let's come in. I've been seeing you. You are so fast. Yeah, dude's fast. 1,000 heads in 35 days. I'm on day 47. Yeah, that's beast mode right there, man. That's insane. That would have been such a crazy like testimony for when we were first announcing the challenge back a couple years ago. That would have been insane. But it's okay. It's all right. You still had like dozens of people to do it. I think we actually have 4 completionists in here. We got myself, Bernice, Kathy, and we obviously got Joe Rockhead himself who created it. On IG and TikTok. Yeah, okay, thank you. Thank you for putting your Instagram, man. Guys, give him a follow. Give him a follow. You will not regret it. And that goes for the rest of you guys too. Feel free to share your Instagrams and TikToks and stuff like that. Promote your art. I have no problem with that. That's what we're here to do. Support each other. And also, by the way, I don't know if you're able to do this, Joe Rockhead, but we are promoting the Drawhawks Anonymous group on Discord. I don't know the best way to do it is. Maybe, actually, Michael, you know what you can do? Or Joe, I believe it already. Joe Rockhead, can you put a link to the Discord in a comment in this channel on this video, so people can go follow the community and check it out. Lots of people who are artists and are serious about their craft. We're trying to grow it. It's already a worldwide community, and we want you all to be a part of it who are currently not. So check it out. Check it out. Check it out. All right, this hand is looking atrocious right now. Ugh. All right, then let's bring up these rings a bit. Let's bring that here. Make that a little bit longer. One thing about drawing with vector layers I don't like, though, is random pixels just pop up some places sometimes, occasionally. I'll have to fix that hand later. For now, though, I think we're in a decent enough place where I can just start doing some final colors for it, since it shouldn't take too long. And then I'll probably just fix up little stuff in my free time once I get some fresh eyes on it. Every once in a while, you need to do that. All right, so let's do a new layer here. And let's set this as my reference. And we're just doing the side view right now. Shouldn't take long. Okay. Let's start with, oops, wrong. There we go. And let's get rid of you in this space. Okay, I think that is everything. And let's just start filling it in. All right, let's start with the skin. Is it going to do what I want it to do? All right, cool. Let's change the scaling. Let's push a little bit more. Let's push the tolerance. Actually, I should have done that on a different layer. Let me back up. Let's clip it, and now we'll start. You are too kind, broski. That's what I'm here for, man. One of the hardest things I've ever done. It is difficult. It is difficult. Why stop at 2,000? Make it over 9,000. I don't know why, but my DBZ references are about today. You know what? 9,000. I mean, you want to make a 9,000 drawing challenge, man? Technically, it's 2,500. So, little extra credit there. Little bit. Yeah, but 2,500 is not for the faint of heart. I will say that for sure. It is, for me, I think it's more of, how do I put this? I think it's more of a test of your determination and grit than anything else. It's one of those challenges that makes you really have to determine how much you can put up with and how strong-willed you are. And I think that's kind of the secret sauce. If you can put up with it and you actually complete it, and especially if you do it faster than a year's time, you'll learn a lot about yourself. You learn a lot about yourself, and I think it applies to more than just simply drawing. I think it applies to many other facets of life than that. Of course, drawing's the main one because, you know, you get really good at that. But yeah, let's see, close and fill. Okay. Why is it that this is not cooperating the way that it should? Close gap tolerance, area scaling, maybe this. For multiple opacity, anti-aliasing, maybe try that. Oh, is that the issue? The anti-aliasing? That might have been it. Yes, there we go. Now we're kicking. Let's do it. Yeah, I'll come back in. I'll clean up all the little yellow parts. Actually, I don't even have to do that if I don't want to. I could just turn the yellow layer into like a gray or a black or something, and no one will even notice. But I like doing it this way. I like having like one blank layer almost, and then I like to have a layer for color. That way I can tell what I actually need to continue filling. Makes the process a lot easier. Let's get this jacket in. There we go. And for these characters, I typically will do all the flats on one layer, and then because they typically have some sort of glow on them, like in his case, there's a greenish glow on his shoes and his jacket, then I will put that on a separate layer altogether, and I will make it, I'll put the Gaussian blur on it and all that stuff. Going back here, let me pick this color for his hair. Okay, apparently. Okay, evidently I made a mistake here. Filled all this in by accident. Let's clear that up. Of course, I could do it later, but why wait till later when I could do it now? There we go. Let me see. New people's in chat, be sure to like the video. Yes, please like the video. My high school kids would die if I gave them a 2,500 challenge, and now I'm getting ideas. That's awesome. Well, we actually do have a segment of high schoolers. I don't know if they're still called this, but they used to be called Teen Titans, and they were completing the 2,500 challenge. I think we've had at least 5 or 6 of them, at the very least. All high school students. And they all got really good. Really, really good. All right, so right now I'm just kind of filling in these blank areas right now. Okay, let's get those unfilled areas in. Okay. I think the rest of it is just his hair, some things up here, and we should be good to go. Oops, darn it. Okay, and then this right here, the earrings. The only reason I'm going to the separate one is because this layer has, which is locked, by the way, has the shadows on, and I don't want to mix up the shadow gray versus the real gray that I'm using. So yeah. To the eyes. Real G's dye their hair the same color as their eyes. That's apparently his MO. All right. And then let's do a new layer right here. Let's get this green. Let's fill all this in. Yeah, some of these lines I'm definitely going to want to clean up a bit. That's all right. For now, for the purposes of this stream and this video, we're doing all right. Do it, Amanda. link to the do it with me, Amanda. I need peeps. Yeah, so Mike, make sure you put in the chat or either the chat or the comments below the 2500/Drawhawks channel, and let's get people in. Let's get people in there. I would love to support however I can. You know that. So let's see. All right, we looking good there. All right, then what I'm going to do, I'm going to duplicate this layer, and I'm going to do a slight Gaussian blur, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. And that looks pretty okay. I should probably darken this, actually, make it easier to understand. It's not too bad. Not too bad. His foot is definitely a little high. So I'll fix that. I'll fix these things later on. And then the last thing I almost forgot, he needs to have his tattoos, right? So let's pick this color right here, and let's just redraw it. Actually, I could probably get away with doing this. Okay, and we'll lasso that, and we'll just kind of morph it to fit his hand a bit. Slightly different, I think. Now I look at it closer. It's a little wider here. Later on, when I do the character sheet, I'll do a call out where I do the exact mapping of what this tattoo looks like on his wrist or on his hand. But for now, this will do. Especially since the stream is about to end in a couple minutes. Okay, and then I gotta fix that arm a little bit too, but whatever. All right, is that accurate? I think so. All right, now we got our side view almost there. And then I think the last thing, I thought the last thing I was going to do was the last thing, but I just got to fix up his hair. Got to fix his hair. So let's lasso or select all of this. Can I do anti-aliasing? Make my life a little easier, I think. Okay. All right, I think that'll do it. Let's get a soft brush here. Where are the soft brushes? General soft round. Here we go. All right, so that comes just about there. All right. Cool. It's looking pretty dope, I think. All right, let's save that. I don't think I have time to do the shadows, but I think I might have time to fill in the color for this 3/4 rear view. So let's see how far we get with that. Okay, that looks good. Let's get that yellow. Excellent. Let's desaturate that a bit. We don't need to be bright. Clipping. And let's make sure we set this for reference layer. And now let's hop to it. Oh, this little area here can be cleared out. All right, let's get the skin first. Oh, I forgot his hand or his arm. So apparently he's just he's got a missing arm, which will have to be fixed later on. Okay. Oh, and I forgot the little things on his little piece of jewelry on his hair. That's right. These are minor things. I can do that after the stream. Matter of fact, I'll even make a note of it right here, just so I remind myself. Whoa, that wasn't it. All right, so that little note. Remind me. Let's get that purple shirt in there. All right, then the pants. Okay. Oh, shoot. What happened here? Okay, there's a couple things going on with my colors. Hold up. That is not acceptable. Yeah, that should not have been happening. There we go. And then this even somehow got out of control. So you always want to check stuff before you submit. Of course, I'm not really submitting this anywhere, but you know. Okay. Okay. Bam, there we go. Okay, then let's get the strap here. Let's get the ring. All right, then here, let's add another layer of color. Whoa, I did not authorize that. Okay, and then this one. Huh. Oh, wait, I know what the issue is. There we go. All right, and then here, clean up this edge. Trying to rush it before time runs out too severely. Of course, not everything's going to be completely done, but it'll get close enough. All right, then let's do his hair. Can I do a tolerance on here? Or alien scaling? Nope, not the solution. Let's just do this. Is that gonna be acceptable? Does that work? Yeah, maybe I'll just do all this and I'll recolor the skin if there's an issue. That might make it faster. Okay. And then duplicate this, view, filter, Gaussian blur. All right. So there's a couple things I still need to fix. Gotta fix this foot down here. I really don't like that foot. And then there's something else I was gonna point out. I have to double check that center line. I don't know if that's actually acting right. Shadows, I gotta put that on. And then what was the last thing? So the last thing I was gonna do. Oh, this arm. Yeah. And this arm right here. But yeah, there we go, guys. So that's all we're gonna be able to get through. I actually think it came out pretty cool. We started off with most of the line work done on the side view, none of the line work done on the 3/4 rear. So we fixed up the side view, completely did all the lines for the 3/4 rear and colored them both. And I think we did it in pretty quick time. The stream was slightly under 2 hours, but I think we're at a point now where it's good to stop. I do want to announce one more time that next week is the 50th live stream. I'll be doing a special Shadowboxers event, and you guys definitely don't want to miss it. We've been putting some stuff together, which I think you guys are going to really like, and it's going to be awesome. So please make sure you're here for that. Everyone else, if you have not already, please like the video, share the video, the channel with your friends. And also, if you're interested in seeing a quicker version of how I did this character design, I just uploaded a video last week, and I basically did a time lapse of the entire process from the concept, the ideation phase, the early head sketches, and then I put all the work in, and it goes to basically how it is in the final color. So yeah, super fun. Thank you all again for watching. I'll see you next week. Peace.